Okay guys, this next freaking training here is gonna blow your mind, because the thing is, this is the difference between those who are actually like billionaires, okay? Billionaires leverage this on the most advanced level possible, but if you're an affiliate or someone who's a salesman or someone selling your product or someone else's, like, this is how you crush it with sales. Even if you're an authority or not, like, this is so powerful and key to understand, because this accelerates everything. If you're an authority, this accelerates stuff even higher. If you have a great offer, this accelerates stuff even higher. Now, I want to also dive into this real quick, which is really funny to me. I was looking for like other sales tips, and I've looked at all these multiple sites. Like, you could look up sales tips and they give very funny advice, okay? This is why it's so important to pay for paid information like this, because this is the stuff that took people years to learn, like me. Like, I took years to learn this, and I'm continually always learning new stuff about sales, okay? What they say here is stuff like the buy time, like the time that someone's currently buying, why that is not important. And I'll get into the power of this tip soon, that's for this main video. But why is buy time not important compared to stuff like authority bias and all these main things? Because there's below the surface stuff, and then there's like the stuff on the surface, okay? The stuff that everyone sees, the stuff that everyone knows what's being said and going on in transactions and all this stuff, and the dynamics of maybe social stuff, okay? But it's beneath the surface stuff that ultimately matters, like authority bias, like the vibes people feel, all these things. Like, seriously, the cognitive biases at play that's going and selling to the subconscious, selling to the reptilian brain is huge. But why does buy time not matter? Because people will buy at any time during the day, maybe some better than other times during the day. But if there's a great offer from a great authority and there's great energy involved and there's great everything, okay, multiple biases at play, this works, okay? Now, let's say you stack up on the time someone buys. That's great. It's just going to help you more. But it's not the key differentiator to sales. And this was the #1 tip they gave. I'm like, what the frick? Okay? Be upfront about who you are, okay? This is like a default thing anyway. And just by you saying what your name is not going to get you a sale, unless you are a massive celebrity authority or an authority that people are aware of, or the person who's talking to you or listening to you, if they're aware of you already, okay? That's the only time sharing your name is powerful. But it's also powerful to associate your name to an authority if you're not an authority. So just saying who you are is not powerful. Smiling. Smiling does not matter as much as people think, especially in sales. If you have no authority and you go up to someone, naturally what actually happens, and this is where powerful salesmen come into play, their tonality. Guys who are powerful salesmen, they don't talk with a high-pitched voice, okay? They talk usually neutral, okay, and they fluctuate a lot, but they end with a more authoritative tonality. So they end their sentences, okay, with like, just naturally with more of authoritative voice. It goes down, okay? The pitch goes down, okay? It breaks rapport, which is very powerful, okay? Because it makes you be seen as the authority they should be listening to. And when we talk about this, remember, authority bias is that #1 thing you got to remember, okay? So smiling, like, you could be an authority, okay, or associated to authorities. When you sell something or sell yourself, smiling shows signs of uncomfortability, okay, and nervousness. Smiling is important right off the bat for likability and stuff, and by default, people like to see people smile. But it can come across as fake a lot of times too. But I'm not saying, this is so key that this could mess up everything for people, but I'm saying, like, out of all the tips, smile is not meant to be the 3rd tip ever given, okay? There's things that go deeper than that. Smiling is very, very important, but not as important as people think. That's all I want to say. Like, you could go without smiling and sell products, no problem, okay? But the point is, be balanced. You need to be hard and soft, okay? You need to be nice and mean. You need to smile, okay, and be serious at times, okay? That's so important. Using people's names is great and all, but it doesn't just determine. Personalization is a tactic in sales and stuff, but it's not the most important thing. Just saying what someone's name is, bro, that's not just gonna like make you give a ton of sales and stuff. Using people's names. Being prepared to go off script. If you're able to go off script, that is very important, because you don't want to sound like a robot. You don't. Trust me. Like, you do not want to sound like a flipping robot. It's not a good idea ever. So don't be afraid to free flow. Free flowing, it actually sells really good with people that are more of a social personality type. People just who are social personality types, they just love going with the flow, they love joy, and they love just hearing someone talk, okay? And that builds trust for them, and they buy, okay? Then there's people like logical people. They don't care about any emotion, really. They just want to know the numbers, and they're very analytical. And it doesn't take, and you just need to be straight up front. Like, what are the results? What's the time frame? Whenever you have numbers involved with someone who's a logical personality, you will get more sales of those type of people, okay? So you want to be balanced with all these kinds of people. One of the two last people of the four is people who are actionable and people who are emotional. Now, most people, every person is all four of these, okay? Practical, actionable, social, and emotional. And I give Tai Lopez credit for these four, and I should have a whole module talking about these, but anyway. What was that other thing? Anyway, so authority, actionable people. Actionable people, what sells them is fast-paced, more loud, more aggressive, and more, what is it called? Assertiveness. More assertiveness when selling to the actionable person, okay? And that's how you sell to those people. It's more fast-paced. Like, you could do a sales video, and it's a short sales video, not a long sales video. For social people, you have a long one. But at the end of the day, you want to have a long video sales letter always to sell to the social people, and the actual people will watch faster. They're gonna jump, okay? And everyone's all these types, so people do all this stuff regardless. And then there's emotion. People, they feel connection, okay? This is huge. Most people are the E-type. Every female, usually, unless they're an A-type, which I do not like A-type females, at least for, getting to know further, okay? Because they're very, what can I say? They're more of a male personality, which it can be stupid to me. Because, don't get me wrong here, but everyone dislikes someone a female who is very loud and rude. That's what an A-type female can be. A-type male usually is a more dominant male, but they also can be more annoying, okay? So you gotta understand there's balance in all things. People who are balanced in all of these are the most charismatic people. But anyway, you'll notice a lot of females that are an A-type, they actually are into social. They're in self-improvement, and they're into business and marketing and stuff like that. And that's great. I really, really respect that a lot in them, and they'll go on to be very powerful. But I'm just saying, personally, I don't like to mate with those kind of girls. But I do like talking to them about marketing and sales and stuff. But anyway, selling emotionally is huge, and being balanced and crafting your sales messages and everything you do to appeal to all these personality types is huge in sales, okay? And that kind of covers that for this whole entire program for the personality types. But yeah, you got to be adaptable. One second, I need to write this down. Okay, we will get on to what this main training is all about, okay? Which is about energy and excitement, which is the #1 key to huge sales. But anyway, this person and a lot of these sites I looked into just to show you guys, they do not know what's the main important stuff, okay? They don't. And it's sad, but that's what's powerful. It's most people have no clue what's going on. Most people wonder what happened. Most people watch what happened. Only a few people take action on what's happening and what works and the truth, okay? This stuff works. This stuff's the secrets to sales. This stuff makes money. Do you want money? Do you want a better life? This stuff works, okay? So let's tell you this right now. The biggest differentiator between a top affiliate or someone who makes a little bit of money or a lot, top salesman and stuff like this, is energy, okay? There's authority, but then there's authorities that lack energy, but then there's authorities that have high energy and passion, okay? There's 3 things here: energy, enthusiasm, and passion, okay? This stuff gets sales, a lot of sales, because it's that thing that is beneath the surface, like I talked about. It's down here, it's subconsciously selling people, because it's the energy behind your words that matters more than the words and the features and the benefits and anything you say to convince. This is the most important by far when you're talking, okay? Or when someone else is talking and selling your product. It's energy, 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 enthusiasm, and passion. This shines through genuinely. This is hard to fake. This is very hard to fake. Real excitement around what you sell is huge. You'll look at Elon Musk, and he's genuinely excited about space. If you look at Elon Musk, the #1 thing that he loves to talk about it's space. If you look at maybe Jeff Bezos, he loves time optimization. Like, you could talk to him about that all day long. If you look at Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, they love books. They love math, okay? They love, I mean, definitely Warren Buffett loves stocks. I'm sure Bill Gates does too. So everyone has multiple topics that they love and are passionate about. You have a thing you're passionate about, or things that you're passionate about and are excited about. Currently is important, because sometimes that changes. So you can take advantage of what you're currently excited about and sell products that are relevant to that thing you're excited about currently. There are things you'll always be excited about forever. That can actually be someone's career, but there's times, this is very sad, people enter careers that they are not passionate about at all, which is very sad. So you need to basically be very passionate about what you get into, what you choose to do, okay? And what you sell. This is huge. It's not about being passionate about your product, it's about the why behind your product. It can be both, but it's often the why behind it, okay? And the why can be the story of the product. It can be what the product's result is, what the product solves. This is the why behind a business and a product and a person. The why is everything and all that matters. And your why makes the energy and passion happen. So when you're excited about what you sell and not boring, this gets sales. And this is the number one thing that gets sales. So hopefully that opens your mind to so much opportunity. You'll see this everywhere in the most successful like content creators out there in the world, most successful ads that have ever been ran. There's passion and excitement and the why behind it. The most successful companies have a why behind it. Most successful companies have a personal brand behind it and a person that has a why behind them and their company and their product. Like, I'm telling you, it's crazy, and it shines through everywhere, okay? This is what makes people big money, is the passion and excitement about what they sell. Like, if you look at, this is the last thing I want to say about this. If you look at the guy who sold The Rock had packaging that came across as exciting, okay, and funny, and it invoked a bunch of emotion, and it had a story behind it and a why behind it, okay? And it was associated to a lot of things, and funny can be a status increase. And a lot of social proof and virality around something can be a status increase. So there's a lot of biases at play here, and I'm sure a lot of authorities were associated to the product naturally, okay? Maybe right off the bat there's a few that like kicked it off, but I'm telling you, authorities just talking about it, okay, or being seen buying the product helped it do better, and I know that, okay? So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let's go on to the next one.